Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining me today, I have Dwight Allen O'Neal. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you. So nice to meet you.
Hello.
Thank you for having me on today.
So nice to meet you as well. Thanks so much for being here. We just love having creators on our, YouTube channel. So it's always great to be able to talk with them. So it's great to have you here. I want to start it off by just having you introduce yourself to our audience briefly and talk just a little bit about Color Confessions.
Yes. Hi. My name is Dwight Allen O'Neal. I'm super excited to be with you today. I'm originally from Arkansas. However, I lived in New York for about 20 years.
Mhm.
Recently, I wrote a book and a series, but I actually got my start. I actually created the first Black gay web series. The name was Christopher Street TV many
Mhm.
moons ago when I was in my early 20s. And now I've progressed. This is my second book that I've written, and it's my second TV series, a second scripted TV series that I've actually produced. So you can actually watch the show on HereTV and
Mhm.
you can read the book. It was currently #1 on Amazon a couple weeks ago. And now we're top 100 in the Black Christian genre of Amazon.
Oh,
So super exciting.
wow. Not the Black Christian genre. I love it. I
Yes,
love
the
that. I
Black
love
Christian
that.
genre. Also,
Okay.
too, about the book. Yeah, you asked that. So it's basically about a pastor by the name of Pastor Lawrence and his entanglement with O'Neal and also Tierra. So it takes backdrop
Mm.
inside this app by the name of Bigo. Speaking of Bigo, little Bigo Dino sitting here with me today.
Oh.
But I'm an influencer on the app. So it's loosely
Oh.
based off of that experience. But what happens is
Mhm.
this pastor is in a relationship with a man and a woman
The
living a
woman.
double
Mhm.
life. So it's very scandalous. Very scandalous.
Very scandalous. I love that. And now there's the television show on here. Tell me what that development was like between, adapting this story for a television show as opposed to, the narrative kind of freedom you have within doing it in the book. What had to change? How did things have to get adapted? Tell me what that process was like.
Okay. So I'm a writer on both projects. FYI,
Mm-hmm.
I was one of the lead writers on the TV series too. Um, just me being a reader, I always get super impatient when you finish a book and you're waiting for the next book to come out. Like you're like, oh, where's the
Mm-hmm.
other story? So myself and my fellow writers, my collaborators, shouts out to Dane Joseph and Daniel Armando. They're my brothers in film and TV. We've worked together many years at creating projects. But we were like, how about if we make the book? How about if we make the TV show a continuation of the book? So so when you
Ah.
finish the book, the TV show picks up a year later. So it still tells the story. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so really cool. Once we sold the rights to the book to Here TV, or when I sold my rights, Here actually challenged us to really explore the show from the lens of like a thriller. Because they were like, we want to launch the
Mm.
show in November, I mean, in October. So,
October.
October being Halloween month, like, how can we make it a thriller? So, we decided to fast forward a year later, and a lot of the secrets that Pastor Lawrence thought he left behind in the book they
Hmm.
come back to haunt him. So
Oh.
it's really good. And it's starring DeAngelo Jackson, who does an incredible job playing the character of
Yes.
Quentin, and Nathaniel J. Ryan plays Pastor Eddie Lawrence. So very good.
Wonderful. And tell me, what was the inspiration when you were coming up with this story? The entire world in color confession. What inspired that?
Oh, well, the book was inspired by real life.
There we go. There we go.
The book was inspired by real life. I actually was um the character O'Neal in the book
I
is
knew it. I felt it in my soul because I must say, reading the book as well, I connected with O'Neal because I've been in that same exact situation. That's why I asked. That's why I
yes.
asked. I've been in the
So
same
okay,
situation.
yeah. O'Neal is loosely based off of me. But he spells his name O apostrophe N-E-I-L-L. I'm O apostrophe
Mhm.
N-E-A-L. So but no, so basically I was in a similar relationship that it became public within an app online.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of me, well, no, I grieved, but I grieved through my art. So I took the
Mm-hmm.
pain that I was dealing with within this relationship or leaving this relationship, and I decided to write a book that would really highlight not only my story, but the Black church in general. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like there's so much, hurt and discrimination within the Black church. And I really wanted to capture that story and give people an outlet to really unpack those issues
Mm-hmm.
in a creative, entertaining way.
And I like that you mentioned that because that is one of the things, especially within the African American community, its ties with the church is very, very strong. And that many times does not necessarily go well with the LGBT members, of the Black community and hence the Black church. So there's always, some tension there between the community and the church. So I'm glad that you looked at this story from this way, kind of exploring this story through that lens. What has the reception been like, and have you heard from church people, church members, church goers about this scandalous pastor? What's that been like?
Everyone's been saying I spilled the tea and took names later. No, I've gotten really actually great feedback. I haven't really heard anything negative as of yet. My ex wasn't that happy with it,
I'm
but
sure.
he finally came around and he actually supports the story, supports the art. He just kind of felt that he's not a fan of the title. He felt the title was like
Mhm.
kind of mocking church, and that
Um,
which wasn't my intent at all. I think that people will be able to read the book and be entertained, but it really does
yeah,
unpack things that happen within the church, within our community, within
yeah.
my life as a Black gay
And
man.
the alliteration works. I'm sorry. It sounds good.
It does, right?
It
But I
does.
do I do agree with him in the sense of I don't want to offend anyone in church. That was not my
Hmm.
intention.
Hmm.
And he didn't take it that I was trying to like even offend him. He was just like, oh, I feel like you could have went a different name. He was like, and I feel
Hmm.
like the title's a bit risque because, you know, it's it's the pastor robe and there's, you know,
Yeah.
a little Monica Lewinsky
Well,
on the robe.
yeah, yes, yes, yes.
But so I'm very well versed in marketing. Like that's my
Hmm.
thing, like marketing and PR, and that's like my wheelhouse. So I
Hmm.
wanted to create a cover that was going to be marketable, and when people see it, they're like, "Wait, what is this book about?" Because
Hmm.
everyone doesn't know me or know my story. So for Bobby Joe in the middle of Nebraska, whenever he sees the book, I wanted to jump out at him like, oh, okay, Color Confessions, I need to read this. So you have
Yes.
to, entice them a little bit and then get them to open the book and be like, oh, okay, I see what's happening. But I've heard great reviews. One of my cousin, who the character Tanya is based off of, when she read the book, she was like, oh my God, church people are gonna be mad at you. I was like, what? She was like, wow, you like went there. So I've
Well,
heard great feedback
sometimes
so
you
far.
got to tell the truth. You got to tell the truth and shame
Yes,
the
shame
devil.
the devil.
There you
That
go.
part.
There you go. That part. So, what has it been like now since the TV show has been out on Here TV? That started October 8th, I believe.
October 8th. The book came out
Uh-huh.
October 1st. The TV show is October 8th. The show has been a huge, huge success. I'm so proud of DeAngelo. I've known DeAngelo for
Yes.
quite some time, and it's his first time doing a mainstream acting role. And he really did embody the character of Quentin. He joked and was like, I could not wait for us to stop filming so I could come out of that dark space. Because literally, like, I mean, not to spoiler alert, but it's about a couple that's dealing with some past tension, past drama,
Hmm.
and like the entire every episode, like they're kind of at each other's throat a little bit. So he was like,
Yes.
just to be in that negative space with someone that you love is just really it was challenging for him, but they both did an incredible job, him and Nathaniel J. Ryan. So
I love that.
super
I
proud of them.
love that. And so when if people didn't catch it on Here TV or so, how can they can just like go and it will be there, right?
Yeah, so it's on Here TV, you live
Hmm.
streaming. I actually have a discount code. I'm sorry, I have a free subscription code that I'll be sharing with you.
Great.
That I'll share with you once we end. But you can watch it on HereTV. It's 6 episodes. 3 episodes came out on the 8th. The other 3 episodes drop on November the 5th. So the wrap of the show will actually be next week. We will see the finale as to what happens. And it left people on the edge of their seats. I remember in the editing process, I actually was back home in Arkansas with my mom. So I was getting like episodes to kind of approve and go through. So I let my mom watch it. And I left her in the living room. And I came out, I'm like, who is she talking to? She was talking to the TV, like, and I'm like, that's when you know it's a hit. When someone's like talking to the television, like, she was really going in. And she was like, this is better than the have and have nots. And my mother loves the have and have nots. She's like, Tyler Perry better watch out for my son.
I know. And I will say this, it is really great and really inspiring to, you know, see this book and the series out there, seeing the series on HereTV. You know, I grew up, you know, a little gay child. I watched HereTV back, you know, in my computer in Jamaica, trying to watch Dante's Cove and all that stuff.
Dante's Cove.
Yes, back in the day. But then, you know, you didn't necessarily have a Black gay thriller, you know, and you did not. And so I want to say thank you for the work that you do in our community, in the space of publishing, in the space of film and TV, because it is people like you that, you know, inspire the next generation and create these new things and break ground so that, you know, the next little gay boy can watch that and be even more inspired, you know, when they grow up to create as well. So thank you for
so
that.
Much. That's why I do it. It's so funny you mentioned that. Like, everyone asks, like, how did you get into film and TV, into actually producing your own content? And the reason I created Christopher Street so long ago was so that younger queer community could have a role model to look up to. So like if they had questions about, you know, HIV and AIDS awareness, nightlife scene, hell, how to prepare for sex, I wanted them to be able to watch the show and get those answers. Because when I came out, the only person I had was my best friend, who was a few months older than me. It was literally the blind leading the blind. And I learned a lot of things through trial and error. And as we get older, I wanted to be able to create something that youth could look at and learn from. Like, I want my career and my presence on this earth to be an inspiration to other people, to know that you can create anything that you want. So why not create greatness?
Certainly. And I think that's a great word to leave it on. Dwight, thank you so much for joining me today. Before I let you go, let's do a screenshot. Just pose for the camera and let's do a screenshot. 3, 2, 1. And another 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And for everyone out there, how can they pick up the book? How can they see the show? And give us that discount code.
Yes. So I can't say the discount code live. However, I can tell you the discount code. And if you have a mailing list, you know, you can share it.
We can put it in the description of this video, right?
Yes. That's so
we put it in the description.
That's fine. I just can't like say it like on camera somewhere.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Great.
So but description, that should be totally fine. So Collar Confessions is available on Amazon, guys. Please check out the book. It's been getting great reviews. It's a page turner. It's filled with scandal. It's filled with love. And it's filled with God and pearl necklaces. So it's available on Amazon. It's also it's on Kindle, but also hardcover as well. The TV show is only on HereTV. All right. So read the book, and a year later, you'll find out what happens next for the characters. But it's on HereTV, live streaming now, and the new episodes come out on November the 5th. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much for being here with us. It has been such an amazing chat, and I can't wait for everyone to get into Color Confessions. Thank you so much for being here with us. And to our guest, please continue to follow all Team Racine Productions on social media. The links to everything will be in the description. And most of all, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.